Good morning. I'm gonna tap in real quick. And I went outside this morning, took the dog out, and this hawk landed on the light pole. And so I'm looking at the hawk and I'm like, so beautiful, right? Just in his own little, essence and bubble. And I was like, dang, I wish I had my camera. Because I didn't take my phone out. So I was like, if I had my phone, I was like, I could run back upstairs and get it, but he'll probably be gone, and I'd rather just observe him in all of his glory. So I'm just like, fine, whatever, I'll just observe. So I walked closer to the corner and I'm just watching the hawk, and he's sitting, he's looking around, he's observing the environment, paying attention to what's going on around him. And then out of the blue, just out of the blue, comes these ravens. And it was a few of them. It was a couple of them because they have to come in groups. They call groups of ravens or crows that attack birds of prey mobs. So they mobsters. So anyway, I was like, I never understood that because I would see that all the time, right? Why do smaller birds try to attack hawks and eagles? Like, you're no match. You don't compare. As the people say, don't compete where you don't compare. Anywho, so I was just like, And so I'm like, I had to look that up, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. They're mobsters. They're mobbing. So they come out and they start attacking him. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And then he flies off, but then he flies low to the ground where they are, because he could have easily went high, right? Because they can't fly at his altitude. They are birds that don't get me wrong. Ravens and crows, very intelligent birds, very smart birds, but they don't fly at the same altitude as a hawk or an eagle does. So that got me to thinking, right? Because she be thinking like, I heard these girls say one time, yeah, she be thinking. And anyway, I was just like, so that's a message. Because when you have a big calling on your life, or what most people will call chosen one, because many are called, few are chosen. And the reason why few are chosen is because we don't choose to wake up. We don't choose to elevate and vibrate at a higher frequency. So when we don't choose that, we can't be chosen, right? I mean, don't mean you ain't gonna make no money, don't mean you're not gonna do any good in this world, but to be chosen as someone to elevate and vibe at a higher frequency. And anytime you are trying to attack another person because they choose to vibrate or elevate at a higher frequency, you are low vibrational. And that's not chosen, because you're not choosing yourself. You're not choosing to elevate. You're choosing to pull someone else down. Crab in a bucket. Okay? Like, come on. We not over here pulling others down. That's not what we doing. So to choose yourself is to be chosen, and choosing yourself is to wake up. It is to elevate. So I thought it was very funny though, because like when I saw the hawk take off, he took off and he flew low, and that was like clearly sending a message that you are not on my level. You are not vibing at my frequency. You are not flying in my altitude. So, it's like, it didn't even faze him because he was just like, I mean, whatever. He could have easily took off on them, But it goes back to when you do have a big calling on your life, you'll always have those hindrances in your path. You will always have those flying monkeys because when I saw those birds, it just made me think of flying monkeys because they just squawking and flying over him, and like he flying low in their altitude, like yeah, whatever. You will always have those hindrances. We can call them people, obstacles, things that will try to get in your way to stop you or pull you back or pull you down from elevating and doing what it is that you are sent here to do. You'll always have those people, places, or things that will try to create trauma in your life to block you or to block your blessings or to stop you. You can't traumatize a person that knows who they are. It just does not work like that. When you know who you are, nothing can stop you. Nothing can traumatize you. And I love to like sit and watch nature. I love to watch people in general, but nature is just something else of its own because nature just gonna do what it do. And it's such a beautiful experience to watch nature. They have the capability to just live life and live it the way that they live it, whether it's out of instinct. They live based on what is needed for them. So I get it and I understand why the ravens and the crows, will attack or perceive to mob birds of prey, because they are in fear. But when it comes to people attacking a person, it's also because of fear, but it's also because they don't want you to either, one, do better than them, or two, they already know that you are doing, or that you have a calling that will do or present or be perceived to be better than them. And it's not that anybody is going to be better than the next person. We all here with beautiful gifts and talents, and we're here to share those gifts and talents. But just know that when you do decide to choose yourself and to walk your walk and be on your journey and just be in it and be okay with it, you will always have those that will come and try to I love it, knock you off your throne. Because it was just so interesting to see that bird sitting up there, because he was just like sitting there and he was like observing, looking around, and here they come trying to knock him off his throne. But the funny part about it, it was just hilarious to me, because the funniest part about that was that when he took off, he flew at their vibration. He flew, he was like, listen, you guys are not on my level. Like, seriously, you're not anywhere near it. You're not touching me. So let me be on your vibration for just a moment. Because you can be on their vibration too. It don't matter, right? Ow. Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high, right? But sometimes you can go low and then go high. I'm not gonna say that you can't defend yourself, because that's what defending yourself is. Sometimes you got to get on their level. That is defending yourself. but then you don't stay there, right? Let's not stay there. So it was interesting to me to see that and just observe that. And I've seen it before. I see it all the time. And I'm just like, why do they do that? You know, and of course it's because they are protecting their territory and they want to protect their young or whatever that's in the area. But the bird was nowhere near them or their young or their nest. They literally came from way on the other side to attack this bird. And I'm like, don't come for me if I didn't send for you. Like, the bird was nowhere near them, but they came for him. I guess they felt like, oh, you too close. You too close to us in our vicinity. Don't be coming around here with all of that high vibrational stuff. Let me stop. Okay. I'm gonna be serious. All right. So just understand that flying high, or not even flying high, but just being at a higher vibration or being on a higher altitude involves you choosing yourself and being able to see everything around us as beauty, everything around us as energy, because everything around us is energy. And that's why I said I just love sitting and looking and observing, you know, nature and people in general, because we are all energy and we are all here to share this big beautiful planet. And there will always be those that will come and try to stop you or prevent you. That's a given. That's gonna happen. So we call it the enemy. Whatever. It is what it is. But just know that you're on the right path when people are constantly coming for you for no reason. Know that you're on your right path. Know that you're on your right journey. You are about to step into something greater than you could ever imagine. Don't let the flying monkey stop you. Don't let the crabs in a bucket pull you down, because at the end of the day, we're getting ready to go into a new world. AI and robots are going to be taking over. So you can either learn to adapt to the programming, or you can adapt to the programming. And high vibing, you know what that means. You can understand the difference in the two. You can either adapt and play the role that you are assigned to, or you can adapt and vibrate higher than the role that you were programmed to be or to do. So adapt in the highest light, in the highest way, right? This is interesting because, you know, Jesus is the light. So the light came to show you and to teach us what we need to do and how to move and understand this world that we are in. Not to worship things outside of ourselves, but to understand and choose us. So that's gonna make a whole lot of people mad, gonna ruffle their feathers and all of that. It's okay. It's fine with me. You're not hurting me. But choose you and be able to adapt to this new world that we're going in, because for those that don't know how to adapt, I don't really know. I mean, what are you gonna do, Sway? What you gonna do, Sway? Because the change is coming. It's coming. It's happening. It's a given. It is going to happen. So I'm gonna leave it there. Peace, love, and light. Have a good day. Bye.